I did two things for Ms. Monica Lewinsky. I assisted her in trying to find employment in the private sector in New York City. I referred her for interviews at American Express and at Revlon, where I am privileged to serve as a director. I also referred her to Young and Rubicam, a New York advertising agency. Secondly, when she was served with a subpoena and at her request, I recommended a very competent Washington lawyer, Mr. Frank Carter. I actually took her to Mr. Carter's office. I introduced them, and I returned to my office. I helped Ms. Lewinsky get a lawyer. I helped her get a job. I had assurances that there was no sexual relationship, and I did not tell her to lie. That was the truth then, and that is the truth today.
Mr. Jordan, very big fan.
Thank you.
If I could just ask you, our news organization actually ran into Bill Clinton, and he said you invited him to the 1991 Bilderberg group meeting.
Yeah, I did.
My question is, who selected him right before he became president? And what happened at this very secretive establishment with no coverage of the press?
Well, we just had a good meeting.
I mean, there's no press coverage. You have international elites in banking, media, corporations, and press meeting in secret. And everybody calls it a conspiracy, and it never happened.
Well, it's not a conspiracy. I've been going since 1969.
What happens then?
We have a discussion. There's an agenda, and we discuss it.
Barack Obama
put out a report.
In 2008.
No, he's never been.
He's never been there?
No.
I could just ask, why is there no press coverage of something so important?
Because we don't want any press coverage. We don't have to have press coverage.
It is the world's elite meeting in secret. Many people say they've engineered this economic crisis to start a one-world government.
You listen to the LaRouche people. They don't know what they're doing.
No, not LaRouche people. I just have to ask you. I mean, international reports have come out and they said that the Bilderberg does set up policy, and it's not just discussions.
We're not a policy-making group.
But Condoleezza Rice discussed missile defense systems, and it was reported by international sources that she set policy for it there.
No, she wasn't setting policy. She was making a speech. There's a difference. People come together, talk. We don't vote. Nobody pays us any attention. The only reason people pay us attention because there's this mystique around us.
And it's also violates the Logan Act. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No, it's not. No.
Because you can't discuss policy with other people without approval from the government first.
Oh, you can discuss policy with anybody, like I was doing in there.
I mean, it was said, some people say Bilderbergs have come out and said that they actually planned this economic crisis to create a one-world government, a one-world order.
That's just bullshit.
What about David Rockefeller saying himself he wants a one-world government?
But that doesn't mean that everybody accepts that, okay?
It was started by Prince Bernhard, a Nazi as well.
He was not a Nazi, he's a Dutchman.
He's also a Nazi, look that up, sir. And I thank you for your openness, and I thank you for talking to me.
You said you would go if I answered the question. All right, here's the answer. I happened to be in Europe then on my way to Russia. I was invited to go to Bilderberg by Vernon Jordan, a friend of mine, and a genuine hero of the civil rights movement.
Senator Clinton, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you
Can I ask you a quick question while you sign that?
Sure.
It was reported in June of 2006 you attended a meeting in Ottawa, Canada, the Bilderberg Group. Can you comment on that? What's going on at the Bilderberg meeting, and what do you guys talk about up there?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. I was reported you were up there, and people saw you up there. I just want to know what you guys talk about and meet about up there.
Sir, I don't know.
Why are they such top secret meetings?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Your husband went to a Bilderberg meeting too. I'm just wondering. I'm not being rude or anything.
No,
I just want to know what happens at these meetings.
Well, since I wasn't there, I have no idea.
Okay, thank you, Senator.
Thank you.
Howard. Just as surely as Hillary Clinton is the first lady, Vernon Jordan is the first friend. A quiet, powerful player in Washington, he is the man the president often turns to when he needs either sage counsel or a golfing partner. Vernon, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, Brian.
You were with the president last night,
Yes,
watching the action at the convention. What did he think? How did he feel when it went over the top?
He was both melancholy and joyful. It was a great moment. Think about it. 50 years old, and you're being nominated by your party to be president of the United States for the second time. That's got to be a good moment, and it was a good moment for him. He was very enthusiastic. He loved Al Gore's speech. He cheered.
There you see its cover. He's Vernon E. Jordan, Jr., an old friend. He was president and CEO of the National Urban League, a long-time civil rights activist, my New York breakfast partner. And is it true, Mr. Jordan, that you told Barack Obama some 2 years ago you didn't think it was his time?
It is true that I said, if you are contemplating it, it is my judgment that this is not your season. I have never been so wrong in my life.
And in retrospect then, looking back, why were you wrong? What changed?
He won. Very simple.
And something you obviously didn't expect.
It doesn't mean that I'm unhappy about it. I am excited about it. I am in a state of incredulous disbelief almost, but I am happy about it.
President Obama's on vacation with his family in Martha's Vineyard, and as he does often during weekends and vacations, he is playing some golf. According to the White House, his partners today, Vernon Jordan, former U.S. Trade Representative Ron Kirk, and former President Bill Clinton. Here's a look at some video of that group today.